Good evening. Welcome to the first inaugural simulcast. Okay, we're gonna go live on Instagram and Facebook in 3, 2, 1. Bam, we out here. It's happening. It's happening. We're doing it. We're doing it. We're really doing it. So, hey, look, Dom is here, you guys. Look, today's a special day. When I tell you that everything and its mother just tried to prevent this show from happening today, everything and its mother. Okay, so, anyway, I had to get that in me. Hold up. Oh, wait, let me do the public service announcement. Today's public service announcement is for those of you who feel like the ancestors are watching over you. I would say you better hope they aren't. You better hope they aren't. Some of y'all are nasty, okay? And you don't want to have to get up there and explain to Meemaw while you was out there doing what you was doing with Spoon and Lysol and them, okay? So hopefully you're wrong. Hopefully your ancestors are not watching you. You're just free to do what you do, because it would be unfortunate that'd be the first question they have for you when you make it there. All right? Okay, here we go. Let's get everybody in here on our first simulcast. I think I did both of y'all. We out here.
So we're live?
We're live.
We're live.
We're live. Hey, we're live on Facebook too. If you have not liked the page on Facebook and all that stuff, then you're not going to be on the Facebook Live, but you'll be on the Instagram, right?
Enjoying it. Shout out to those that joined last Tuesday. Last Tuesday's show was pretty special. I can't say enough about it.
That was outrageous.
Yeah, last week's show was pretty dope.
Yeah.
I might have found a new friend, so I'm pretty excited about it. You know what I mean? Just out here having a good time. Just, trying to help people.
Nah, dude. You don't have friends.
That's how you feel?
Yeah. What my man Unforgivable say? You better not have friends. That would be a mistake.
Yeah, but she lives way in Houston, so I just gotta go down there and see what I can see down there. You know what I mean? Just trying to help the people.
I was just saying Dom is unable to join. Let me send Dom my own invite.
Not to say,
I sent you an invite.
Because I kind of thought it was our show anyway. But I was like, well, all right. Is that what we're doing? So, yeah.
Nah, Dom's going to be here. She gave me Scout's honor. Yeah. She gave me Scout's honor.
all that sounds amazing. And I do appreciate the honor and the Scout. But I just, yeah.
Until I see it. Man, when I tell you everything tried to prevent this show from happening, if you would see the rig that I set up just to even be here right now, it's outrageous. Because my outlet just decided it ain't happening today, bucko.
Really?
We're going to go out and make it so that you will not use me today. And I be needing that. She said, shut up. Tom wants you to be quiet, Mitch, just in case you missed that comment.
I don't talk to people that I don't see, so I reserve the right to say whatever I want. Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta stop acting like we're being sponsored by people, because we're putting this up in a lot of different places now.
Yeah, people are like, we can get sued for that. We can get sued. We can get sued. And that's not
so nobody's sponsoring us. I happen to be drinking a Mike's Harder, but that's neither here nor there.
I was drinking.
Look at Dom, get him. Nah, because you know what I'm saying? Nah, son. Northeast. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back, Dom. We're happy to see you. I was getting sad in here because you was not there.
Hi, Josh. How are you?
Yeah. There you go. I'm doing good. I'm just happy to see you smile. You know what I'm saying? It's really what it is.
It's really nice to see you too.
Yeah, I know it, man. You know, it was me that was super sad, and I ain't gonna say how other people was feeling, but it was me. I was sad. I just speak for myself.
Yeah.
Listen, we're doing a simulcast. Y'all gotta like the page on Facebook and then join the live on Facebook, or it ain't gonna work.
Okay, yeah.
Isaac, you just, we're gonna get you right.
What did
Don't
I
worry.
say? What did I say? What did I say? What did
Did
I
you
say?
see that we was doing a simulcast today? Did you even see that message?
I did not.
All right,
I did not. I did not.
that's fine.
I did not.
We're gonna branch out. We're gonna take we're gonna do two shows, right? One on Facebook, one on Instagram simultaneously, and then post that show on the YouTube
There
channel.
you
Yeah.
go. Which I am
See what I'm
subscribed to. Which I am subscribed to, by the way. Just check
There
it.
you go. So you subscribe to YouTube.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna try to put it on SoundCloud too, in case people just want to hear us and not see our faces. Me and you, we talked about our faces.
No, we talked about your face. We need to get into
Okay.
mine.
Okay, well that's fine. I can take that. I'm okay with that.
That's fair.
I'm okay with that. So yeah, my face is what people do not want to see.
Shout out to Florida State doing their thing at Clemson this weekend, by the way. Super
Number
happy.
5 in the country, y'all. Number 5 in the country.
Thank you.
So just think about that as we proceed. But we're not gonna talk about football today. We're gonna talk about something that I seen, G. Okay, that's another thing. We gotta keep the show to an hour because what I noticed about going over an hour is we got a lot of good content that no one's gonna see.
That's fair.
Because nobody's about to watch 2 hours worth of us talking. So
until we get famous. When we get famous,
when we get famous, we can do 2 hours.
right now, we gotta keep it to that hot 60-minute
you know what I mean? Keep it succinct. So while we're doing that, all right. So the first question that I got for you, and it's for you. Cause here's the thing, though. I had a friend, a female friend. She told me she ain't never had a male friend for longer than like 5 years. I was like, what is that about? What is the time limit on it? And she said it's because they always try some crazy stuff, trying to get about the friend zone, try to say something weird or do something weird, and then you got to stop hanging out with them and find a new friend because they just, they got weird on you. And my thing is, I got some female friends that I've known since like 10th grade. And my thing is, I've known. That's the echo. I was like, yo, is somebody in your house, G? You okay? Blink twice if you need help. Yeah, but so that's my thing. I've been friends with people since like the 9th grade, 10th grade, and I still talk to them all the time right now. If I go in town, I'll stay at their house. And it ain't never been no weirdness or, I ain't gonna say it never been no weirdness, but even so, you work through it and you just move on. So my question is, what has your experience been with male friends?
Yeah, that's so interesting. I have never had a male friend who either didn't, like she said, try to get out the friend zone, or he ended up being like bisexual, right? No, so he came out.
It's 2023. We allies. We allies on the show.
No,
shout out to him.
He came out to me as being gay, but he was like, "But you know what, Dom? Like, I still want you." I was like, "Well, like, no, we can't do that." So that's definitely been my experience too. Guys have wanted to be my friend. Like, no, never, ever.
So what do you do with guys? And do you just not be their friend, or how do you do it?
I mean, it's not me. I would like to have a guy friend, right? But I mean, once you let it be known that you don't want to be my friend, and then I just instantly, I'm cut at that point.
What is your longest platonic guy friend relationship? How long did that last?
Oh, years. But this is the one who ended up being gay, right? But for years,
to him, it's like whatever.
For years, I didn't know, and we were just cool. Like, I was like, yeah, like for real. But like, I that why like my nigga, right? At the end of the day. So.
Well, least it kind of puts you on another level of pretty when somebody who doesn't even like your sex wants to still be with you.
What? Who had that special? Which comedian was that had that special? He was talking about platonic friends. He said that's not a thing.
I did hear that.
It was Matthew Rife, the really handsome comedian, the white dude. Oh,
It was a black guy.
this guy's got a real,
like
he's got a real special on it. It's
like
serious business.
Chris Rock or something.
Chris Rock said there's no male friends?
I'm not sure. Yeah, one of the comedians. Yeah, he was like, no. He said just platonic friends in general. Like
He said there's no such thing?
Yeah, no such thing. He said
So am I not weird?
He was like, there's just guys who just haven't fucked yet. And he put an emphasis on the yet because
Here's my thing in my mind about it. It's not the case that women are the only ones making the decisions about who's going to be friends or not. Because the man has to constantly decide, too, that he's going to be your friend despite the fact that he knows that you don't like him like that. Now, sure, he could be like, oh, okay, I'm only going to be her friend in the hopes that one day I can convince her.
Right.
Could do that.
Right.
But I guess, I don't know. Maybe I just don't do that. Maybe I just don't do that. It could be a me thing.
I believe it is a you thing. Yeah. Maybe.
Hold on one second.
I don't know what he's going through.
Oh, hi. Who?
Oh, Dom, right?
Oh.
How are things? So nice to see you. Yeah, you look great, you know. So yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So
I had to get the Popeyes over there. Go. Once Popeyes come, everybody done.
Hey, so you know what's crazy? When you left, that was the most awkward 15 seconds.
I know, I heard it.
You're like,
I intentionally.
So you've been doing stuff?
About those. Yeah, I did that about those Dodgers, you know. So
I don't even watch baseball, but
yeah, but how about them, you know? So
yeah, that was funny. Yo, but I don't know. I guess that's just me, man. I got a lot of female friends, man, and they all do a different thing. They all do a different
honest assessment. Do you think the females who you're friends with? Oh, what is he talking?
Might have said something. I couldn't see what he said. He said, "Definitely awkward." That's funny. Yeah, that's funny. That's why I like it.
Like, so, I ain't know all these people joined. I plan to catch up here.
Yeah. So what is the honest assessment about what?
Why? I feel like I'm trying to catch up to you guys. Wait, because
there's no comments in there. That's what you're looking for. Everybody said nothing. No, the only thing that they said that I saw was that somebody said that was awkward how y'all was just sitting there talking. Which is hilarious because I heard it. I was cracking up. That's funny. But point is that for me, I don't know. It's just a natural thing that happens.
Do you think that the female who you're friends with, do you think that if given the opportunity they would try you? Like, because then that's another story. Then that just means they don't find you attractive or they're not.
You know, honestly, so I have female friends that I would be with in theory.
No, would they be with you? That's what I'm wondering.
But yeah, I think they would. And then there are some who that has never been a thing and it never will be for either one of us.
Okay. Yeah.
I love you to death, but I know too much about you at this point.
Y'all think there's such a thing as like universally attractive, right? Like universally, like the consensus is that this person is like fine as hell type thing, or
I have friends like that.
okay, right.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
I feel like those people are the ones who probably could never have a platonic friend.
I think they do friend zone the best.
Huh?
I think the ones that are universe, that are nines and tens, no matter who you are, I think they do, because they've been fine all their life.
Yeah.
They know how to be fine, you know what I'm saying, and like do fine stuff, and not, you know, trip about it or nothing like that. They're like, oh yeah, I figured you would say that one day, but no, it's not gonna be a thing, and then they just move on. You know what I mean? They don't make a big deal out of it. Yeah, you know, it's like
okay, you're okay. I get
you know what I'm saying? It's regular. I think it's the ones that ain't like that.
They're so accustomed to things going that way. They're so accustomed to things eventually going left. Like, so if you just treat them normal all of the time, then they like, it's in a backhanded kind of way. It makes them feel like normal. Like if you super, oh my gosh, she's so pretty, but I'm like, that's whatever her name is, whatever, and you just act like she's a person first, which she definitely is. Then you just, I mean, that's how respect comes. Like if y'all out to eat and the check come, you like put your card down. Like it's equality.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
What's funny about that is I got a female friend who is like that. She got what I call pretty people problems.
Yeah.
Where she got problems that nobody who is not as pretty as she has. Where people be like copying her pictures off Facebook and trying to advertise their advertisements with her, and some girl and contacted her, was like, yo, I'm trying to make a fake profile, see my homeboy is cheating or whatever, so do you mind if I use your picture? Types, yeah, like this is stuff that don't happen to normal people. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
She got problems like that, like weird stuff that you never hear about. And I'm, you know, obviously we're friends, and she handles the friendship very, very well. She doesn't go out of her way if we're out together to make it known that we're not together. You know what I mean? It don't matter to her. We just friends, and we out, and she's pretty, and that's what it is. But then I got a female friend who is pretty. You know, she's not the traditional pretty, you know, pretty to everybody else, but she's pretty to me. And she does weird stuff sometimes. You know what I mean? I'm like, why are you going through all that? You know what I mean? And I think for me it's weird because I'm so used to being around people who don't have any issues like that, that have to make it known that we're not together. You know, like, why are you going through that? That's weird to me. Like, just chill out. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. To me, the super pretty ones handle it better.
Yeah,
I would agree.
Yeah,
I would agree.
There's people online who even expect me. I like to give everybody a response, especially if you're going away to compliment me, even if it's just, I think you're beautiful. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's natural for me. So people online, they're always like, oh my God, you're so nice. I'm like, literally all I said was thank you. Like, all I said was thank you. And you never get any more out of me, probably other than that or a couple of hearts. And everybody think I'm just like this nice visual. And I'm like, dude, I'm paying you 1% of the attention of my day, not even that. But you're welcome.
Because you got to consider the normal experience of an 11 through 50 billion. Because remember, this is the 1 through 10 that every woman is trying to get with, and every woman thinks they deserve.
You've been on this 1 through 10 for a while. You've been on this 1 through 10.
I will stay on it, sir.
You were gonna down that hill, and I'm not.
That's the hill that I'm gonna die on.
I get it. You're gonna down that hill, and that's fine.
There's 10 dudes in the world that every woman thinks they deserve and just trying to get with, and the 11 through 50 billion, we just chilling, hoping for the best. Just keeping high hopes. Trying to be funny, hope you like our jokes. So
that's crazy.
That's just right. So my thing is the 11 through 50 billion, man. Our normal experience with women is not what you give. You know what I'm saying? And so when you do something other than what they're used to, it seems like it's like a woman that's only been in toxic relationships because she got beat up, and then you do the bare minimum, and she think you the best. You know what I mean? Like, you got me flowers? I've never gotten flowers.
That's so common. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I love those. Like, you ain't got to do nothing, man. You just got to be regular, and they think you the bee's knees. They parents like you. You're like,
because I
I can't
don't
even do nothing.
because I don't throw you out of the car doing 50. That I'm the best boyfriend you've ever had. Like, oh God. Okay. All right.
You
So
know what I
this
mean?
is progress for you. This is progress. Okay. Cool.
I guess, yeah.
I don't know,
Once
man.
again, shout out to all the fathers that abandoned their daughters. One time for y'all, cause
Oh
y'all
yeah.
y'all got some of the most special women out here.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Sure.
As a single, can I call myself a single mom? What do y'all think a single mom?
I think you're a single mom.
Okay.
And I think your baby dad is a single dad, and y'all just working together to do the best.
Okay, that sounds all right.
Co-parent, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I like it. Single mom work,
So,
sure.
co-parent.
Oh, okay.
So as
Well,
I'm just, I'm way in Massachusetts. He's way in Texas. So no. So as a single mom, right? If let's say not Mitch, because I would never date Mitch, but
I didn't do nothing.
let's
What you saying fuck me for?
I didn't do nothing. I didn't do nothing. I didn't do a thing. All right, man. All right, now my bring you some smoke. Come on. Like I was going to be super nice. Let's go. Jesus. I was like, what
I love
you
it.
say?
I love it.
I was
There you
like, okay.
as
Light them up.
Let's continue.
Yeah.
as a single
Jeez.
mom, if a guy were to ask me out on a date, right? And he knows, right? He knows I'm a single mom. We've already talked and all of this, right?
Oh God, that's funny.
I know he didn't just yell. If a guy if a guy would ask me out on a date, am I fair? Would it be fair for me to expect him to set up childcare?
Ooh, that's a good question. That's a good question because I've heard that and I feel conflicted about that a little bit. What do you think, Mitch?
God. That's okay. Look, this is a serious show. We're gonna ask serious questions, and that by far. Listen, it's not my kid. It's not my kid. Do I know that you have children? Like I meet you one day and we don't. Your kid never comes up or whatever. The next time I ask, can we go on a date? Yeah. Can you give me money for daycare? Have you like? I don't even know what I was saying to that. I don't know. You see how crazy it sounds coming out of my mouth? I met you.
It's not
No.
though.
It's not your child is not my responsibility. So I don't understand it. What like
And then I'm gonna have to cut you there because you at that point in my eyes, you haven't even done enough. Like, first of all, it's not gonna come out my mouth. Can you send me money for childcare, right? So
Right.
I'm expecting that you have already thought this through. Okay, Shorty got a kid, right? So I'm gonna ask her if I could take her out on a date and tell her to organize childcare. I'll handle that, right?
how
So
old is this dude? How old is this child? Like the latchkey program. There's so many other things that I'm confused about. I don't even know if I like you yet. Why do I got to do anything for your child?
I don't know. Don't.
Okay. Hey, look at the comments. Y'all look at the comments real quick because they're rolling in. I got called baldy, so that's fun.
You asked her out.
Here's my conflict about it because obviously I'm a single parent too.
Come on, Tony.
Yeah. That's the Tony Baker, by the way, Mitch.
Man,
Tony Baker.
I respect his root in comedy, his imprint he's leaving. He's doing a great job. However, common in this particular instance, I'm telling you right now. Me not having children, I don't understand that side of it. If I did have a kid, I don't think I would expect anyone to do anything for my child that I'm not 100% sure we're going to do something for. Like we don't know where this is going. So what happens if it doesn't go anywhere? Then what happens? I don't understand it. I don't get
Here's my thing. okay, as a guy who is a single parent also, I understand the thought here because, you know, it's hard for single parents to get out, period. It's just hard. You know what I mean? Especially like you're talking about a school night, you know, and Fridays are school nights. You know what I mean? So to even get out at all is difficult. So if you want her time, there's got to be some arrangement made. Now, whether it's on you or on her to make that arrangement, that's up for debate. But it would be very helpful, I would say. I think it'd be one of those things that puts you over another person.
Oh yeah.
The bullshit I be talking about.
You see what I'm saying? So, you know, you cannot do it. I think it's fair. If you didn't do it, fine. But you're giving up an opportunity to put yourself above another person.
So here's my counter question, and I've said this before. Do you think that single parents should date single parents, and people without kids should date people without kids then?
Date what you can handle, right? And that's why I was going to interject. I was going to say, and that's totally fair. If you're a childless person who prefers not to deal with that, that's totally fair. That's your preference. Okay, so deal with somebody who doesn't have kids.
We never were speaking. I'm just asking a question. Is that the? Because I can see where we're going right now, and I'm trying to stop this before we go.
No,
okay.
That was a little in my response, but it was not towards you.
Oh, I saw it. I saw the and the and all that. I saw the whole thing. I saw the whole thing.
I really feel some type of way.
To make it clear that I'm stating the fact that like that's a fair preference in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Like, for people to say, oh, you know, you shouldn't treat her like that. You know, she got kids. Like, no, like you shouldn't say you don't want to date her just because she don't have kids. That's not fair. I don't want to date him because he got kids. Like, well,
that's fair. Like that's. I think there's a misconception about preferences and then being evil. Like if you like, I don't understand. Like I don't want to date people that I don't know. Like if you don't like tomatoes, I don't want to date you. That's dumb. But if you don't want to date someone that doesn't make enough amount of money, or that lives in a certain place, or they have a certain weight, or they look a certain way, that's what you prefer. No one's knocking you for that. I think that my issue when it comes to people with children, they should never settle, and I'm with y'all on that level 110%. However, Common, when you're dealing with someone, I'm assuming the person you're talking about did not have kids, for them to think outside the box and consider your children, your child, before they even have gotten really a chance to know you, I don't know if that's jumping the gun a bit. If that's what the hot kids are doing, if that's what the new kids are doing, paying for childcare on the first date, then God bless them. But they don't have. If you don't have a child, it's very it's I would assume abnormal is the wrong word. It would be difficult for me to understand how we just met and you want me to provide something for your child. I don't get that part. So I'm confused.
Yeah.
I feel you. I think to Dom's point, I think your perspective makes sense for someone who doesn't have kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I think my perspective on how I know that if I paid for her childcare, that would obviously bump me up in her mind. You know what I mean? Because automatically.
And what if she still leaves? Then what happens?
You know, you take the L, but you're going to take an L probably regardless.
I want that phrase to go away. The phrase taking the L, I want that shit gone. I want it to be gone. I don't want to hear it anymore.
Like,
what happened?
If you organized, and not even organized, but if you went so far as to think about childcare, I might not even mind if you took me to Longhorns versus Ruth Chris. Like, I might be like, you know what, Longhorns will work because, you know.
Okay, Dom. Okay, so on that same vein, what if he go a level under that? What if he like, okay, I can pay for your childcare, but then we gonna eat dinner at my house. I'm gonna cook. I'm gonna make something.
You'll cook, yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
That's a setup, Dom. That's a setup.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a setup.
You good with it though, because you looked out for her kids.
I'm child free for help. Okay, let's go.
That is. I don't think that's reality. So if a single woman asks you out, Bryce, you gonna let her pay for your child care too?
Yes. What are you talking about?
Dumb bitch. You're a dumb bitch. You're a dumb bitch. You're a dumb bitch. That's what you are. You're a dumb bitch. God, I thought this show was serious. I thought this show was serious. Like, what is wrong with you?
What?
You
You know what's talking about?
God, you don't.
Right. You know what?
Okay.
Yo, somebody pay for my
Right.
child care. She get another look for sure. No question.
In spite of all the red flags that she may have, like because she took care of
Absolutely.
your child. All right, man. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
I'm
This country is going to crap. This whole nation is
that's
going to
my
crap.
girl. Tell just join what's good.
Yeah, one time Chantel did ask about you when you was gone. Like, yo, what's going on? What y'all did to her?
Hey,
It was like, man.
oh, I have a question, right? I seen a video the other day, and this girl, I didn't like her delivery like at all. She came off real like sexy red, yeah. But um, she was basically going into detail about how she wants to be treated on a date, right? And she was basically explaining the fact how all this stuff was normal. Like, I don't understand why y'all not, like, y'all don't want to put in no effort, but at the end of the night, like, you want to get in the bed, right? And she was like, y'all don't want to open the door, y'all don't want to pull out the chair, like, you can't even put butter on my bread and cut my steak. And I was like, I could really side with her. I was like, yeah, like, you can't even do that. But it was dudes in the comments, like, one dude was like, if I'm gonna cut the steak, I might as well eat it. I'm like,
No, but here's the thing. You know what? This brings up a really good point. So it's dudes out here that is not chivalrous at all, right? They're not opening doors. They're not cutting nobody's steak. They're not buttering nobody's bread. Eat your own bread. You be all right. Right? And then they expect everything, right? And y'all think these dudes are whack. You know what I mean? Like, who raised you? But y'all raised us. We the product of single moms, most of us. So if we jacked up, that's y'all. Do you see that? Am I crazy for saying that?
This is a whole nother.
Most of us are the product of single moms.
We talking separate generations. Okay,
Okay, you can say that, but I'm just saying if you talking about the dudes that you dating, okay, so he in our generation, you know what I'm saying? Okay,
maybe.
He's probably the product of a single mom household. So if he's jacked up, don't know chivalrous stuff, who taught him that, or who did not teach him that?
It shouldn't have been a mom.
So that's my point. When there's this idea that you know what I mean, he don't need no dad. I'm all he needs, no. And y'all not teaching nobody nothing. And then the women that we dating is mad because we didn't get taught nothing.
I never agree with the same. Yeah. No.
I think I have a different angle on this. I think just a smidgen of a different angle. The guy that's not doing all those things, in most cases, has not been doing them, and he's been successful in the past. So he's under the impression I'm going to keep doing this because this is what works. I'm assuming the guys that are not chivalrous, guys that are not like that, they tend to be more sought after because of how they are. They're more short term more than long term. Whereas the guy that is doing those things, if I butter a girl's bread in a restaurant, she's probably gonna look at me crazy. So I'm just like, me opening up her car door is different.
I ain't never heard that. I ain't gonna lie.
First time I was a bit confused.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But I do think it is a little bit of that. Women like what they like right now, and then they'll like something different later. That's the emotions I think of women. So I don't understand. I'm trying to really fully gather what the girl was talking about. If she's dating to date long term and that's what she's expecting, that's cool. But it seems like the assholes that she would be dating that don't do any of that stuff, that's who they want then. And then they don't think about the later, the latter. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, possibly.
I feel like she was just gathering a conclusion upon like how she feels about guys in general. Like she felt she was coming across as in, I feel like all y'all dudes want to do is get in the bed at the end of the night, but you can't even make the date worthwhile by opening up my door type thing. Like that's how she was coming. dog.
Yeah, but okay, so fair maybe. But also
That's
I
fair.
think
That is
that
fair.
is a product of being raised by single moms who don't teach their sons what it is to be chivalrous.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's not. I don't feel
I
like
mean,
that's something that's being.
I mean, I'm a little. Y'all butter bread. You cut steak. Do you go so far as to place the napkin on the lap?
No,
No.
but who's teaching that? What was I supposed to know that that's the thing?
Wait a minute. I think we're talking about two different things. Also, the women of then aren't the women of now. Women are very different. Like in the last 30 to 40 years, women have changed pretty good amount. They're not. I don't think they're worse. I just think they just have a different sense of. I think women have their eyes have been open to possibilities, and they've ran through certain walls. And they're like, I'm doing this, I'm doing this, and I'm doing that. And I think when you first understand something, it may be new to you, and it may be exciting, and it may be cool, but they're not looking at it as a whole. So some of the things that women are expecting now that are, I mean, not even our mothers, but our grandparents did is this that's generational things. Those are two different people. The women are different now. Like there's people
But
date
what about
differently.
men though?
I love
And my thing is like I understand that women are different for sure, but
Oh,
for men and all this
men are
chivalrous
absolutely
stuff,
different. Yeah, but there's both sides though, because women's standard was lowered due to a sexual revolution. They told they can do anything they want, sleep with who they want to. Men was like, cool. So if that's the game we're playing, I don't got to do none of this stuff that my grandfather did because that's just what we own right now. So it's awfully funny to me that when things are beneficial to how people want it to be played, then it's cool. But now that it's like I want to go back to this. No. We're off that now. We're off that. Like with feminism, whatever sexual revolution happened, we all the way off that. We're gonna do this thing
I
exactly
think
equal. See what I'm saying? I think the men and women are different.
he's
So I don't
saying
understand. Yeah, go ahead.
just trying to make it like
Yeah,
succinct
go
and to the
ahead.
point.
Go
He's
ahead.
saying essentially, remember y'all say y'all wanted to cut y'all own steak.
That's
Remember
kind of
that?
no.
Keep that same energy. You know, want to butter your own bread. Don't come back now and be like, oh, they're not buttering bread no more, so we mad. You wasn't, you know what I mean? You ain't want that. Remember the
And
feminism and the
I'm
whole.
maybe not you, Dom. Like Dom, whenever I talk to you, not the one thing, but Dom, I've always appreciated one thing, not one thing, but the things I've appreciated about you are this: you don't you don't carry your beauty around as if it's something to be like upheld. We appreciate you for being gorgeous, but your standards and the way you carry yourself in the dating marketplace are second to none because you expect something
Yeah,
and you
like you
require
are
certain
a
things.
text because of how you are, not
You
how you look.
see how I gotta treat you in the beginning? I gotta treat you like that so I can treat you like this. You see what I'm saying? Nah, yeah. Whatever. 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 Yeah. Fuck me, right? Yeah, whatever. So whenever you speak about dating, I take it with the knowledge that you know exactly what you're going after. You know exactly what you want. And you're not dating simply for recreational purposes. Other women aren't like you. So I don't put you in the category like that. You may be a woman that's from the 40s that expects A, B, C, and D, and that's dope.
Ooh,
The problem with you is there ain't many like you. So with that being said, I ain't cutting them nobody's steak. See?
but I'm gonna argue, Mitch. I'm gonna argue that if that's you, that's just gonna be you.
Hmm?
You know what I'm saying? Like if
like it
it's
don't matter if it's Dom or not.
like if it's in you
Yeah.
to like if you desire to treat your lady like that, then that's what you're gonna do. You're not gonna change based off the simple fact that it's a sexual revolution and women so independent.
If
Like you
it's
gonna
my
do it.
girlfriend, okay. But if it's just some for lack of a better word, flim flammer, then I'm not gonna be doing
We're
all
gonna
of that.
cut the steak for some tart.
Yeah, some trollop, just some random trollop. Like no, and why are we eating steak with her? Like there's so many questions I have. Like we
You
eating
better get
steak.
a slice.
Yeah, listen.
Slice of this pizza, eat a little Debbie or something, and let's get to where we're going.
Yeah. So it's different. Like it's different levels to it. Like if this is my girlfriend, then yeah, my girlfriend, she's everything. She's the very fabric who I'm trying to become again. Like she's helping me be
So
better. But if it's
so
go ahead.
your effort your effort starts after about 6 months, you're saying.
It depends.
Yeah, when does your effort start?
My effort?
Yeah.
It depends on when I meet her, on how I meet her, the method in which I meet her.
I understand it around, it gotta be girl status. I'm really curious about when.
Yeah, like
okay.
So boom, you meet her at work.
I would never. Okay, cool. I think that the moment that I said no, I would never. But no, like I think that the moment that we both, and here's the tricky part, because we talked about this at length. Are we talking? Because women, I'm not knocking women on this. It's just I think it's like that. It's that lawyer talk, that legal talk. Like we're not together, but we was talking, so I could do this while you was doing this. We was never together. Like, okay. The moment I feel like we're in the talking stages, then things will ramp up. But we got to be exclusive at that particular point. When I say exclusive, like, listen, that's exactly what I mean. And that can be as quick as 2 weeks. It can be as long as whenever. But the moment I'm like, well, we both have this conversation, like, hey, look, I think we're moving in a great direction. I don't want to talk to no one else but you. I don't want to be around nobody else but you. Boom. But if we're just doing this, yeah, that's when effort. Like, I mean, we're gonna be humane and nice no matter what. Like, we're gonna be the man that my mother raised me to be, the positive man. The only problem I think that people have is that gray area where you can kind of do whatever you want. I don't like that. So let's go ahead and nip that in the bud. Like that moment, like, well, no, I was just at lunch with 2 of my guy friends. All right. All right, and this you just gotta take it because you guys are just talking, and I don't like that. Let's just either be right or be wrong.
I feel like all my relationships have been like accidental, like like.
See that? That's crazy to me. That's crazy.
No, I mean like
how do you mean?
There was never a period where we was like, okay, are we together? Like you not talking to nobody, I'm not talking to nobody. Okay, cool, all right. Like it was just
now we're doing
like over and then over. It's like you cheating on me. It's like why you never said we was together?
Exactly. And people can run with that. Like you never like. Wait a minute, Heifer. I helped you with your brakes the other day. Like what are you talking about?
Hey, nobody said anything.
You see how we like living in that limbo and that gray area. You never said. So I'm trying to put the nail in the coffin because you can get away with a lot of stuff with that way.
That's a good question, Dom. So here's the thing. So boom, he never said nothing about y'all being exclusive, none of that stuff. But do you still expect him to be paying for your childcare in that time?
See why I drink on this show? Yeah. You see why I drink?
I mean, you could be. Because here's the thing. Here's the rub. If you paying for your childcare, so y'all could go out and do blah blah, and y'all not sexing or nothing like that. But then you get done with the date. He didn't pay for the childcare. He didn't pay for the date.
Oh, I know what
you get done with the date, and then you go to the dude that you're actually smashing, and he don't pay for nothing. You just smashing him, and y'all got to understand him. And you think that's fair?
No, that's not fair. That's insane.
You such a liar. You're such a liar.
That's
like, you see how foul that sounds? You see how crazy that sounds?
Do nothing like that. Like
that happens.
Go out and spend
all the time.
Nice.
That happens
with a guy, and then go home and be like, "Yo, I had a nice night, but I'm trying to end it with you." Like what? Like that? Like, that's crazy. No.
You see, Dom,
either you're the nicest girl ever, or you're a liar.
I'm never
telling you this.
All right, I'll take it. Maybe you never have, so we'll take it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say you've ever done it, Dom. I know that you haven't. I'm gonna hold that in my heart. There's a few things that I know to be true. Like
probably not different, man.
Kind of like Dom ain't never done no hoe stuff, and the gravity's real.
That's why I just said, like, I feel like all my relationships have been accidental, because I feel like if I go out on a date, something's coming after that. Like, I don't go out on many dates. I go out on a date, that's not the last date. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's never, there's never really one-offs with me, I don't feel like. So.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I feel you. Here's the question, Dom. Do you feel like it is okay for women to have a team?
Of what?
A team, a roster of dudes that they deal with in different ways. I'm not saying you're having sex with all of them or any of them, but You just have a roster of dudes that you deal with on different levels at different times, and but it's a roster. It's not one person. It's a couple of different people that serve different purposes.
Do I feel like it's fair?
It's fair or okay, or nothing that.
I know plenty of people who do it. I know plenty of people who do it.
Okay, I'm not saying you don't, but do you think it's a right thing to do?
I mean,
this is good.
If you're not in a relationship, I don't see why. If you're not in a relationship and there's a guy who,
I be losing my shit.
If you're not in a relationship, there's a guy
Woo!
who pretty much just hits you up when he wants to go into town and have drinks. And that's all y'all do together, right? So that's that guy. And then there's another guy who just hits you up when he goes to the mall because he wants you to help pick out watches, and then he buy y'all out too. That's another. That's the only time he calls you. So that's him. I mean, I don't feel like it's. I mean, it ain't hurt nobody's feelings.
Okay, here's my question then. Okay, good. I'm glad you said that. So then the next question is, so say a dude that you're actually interested in, right? There's somebody that is right on the precipice of being the one, and he finds out that he's just somebody on your roster, that he's not the only one you're dealing with, that you're dealing with a bunch of people, and for that reason alone, he don't want to talk to you no more.
Oh, damn.
Do you think that he's fair? He's right for doing that? Fair? It's fair for him to do that? And B, the other question is, do you change what you're doing to get him back? Or do you say, well, if you're not down with what I'm doing, then you can go about your business?
Oh, no, I think it's perfectly fair for him to go ahead and make that decision, right? At the end of the day, you should do what's in your best interest. But for personally me, if that happened to me, I'm going to be like, shit, I got it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to change because especially if I really want him, I'm going to change some things.
So here my question then why have a roster? Because you're setting yourself up. You're setting yourself up for failure.
Maybe
by having a roster.
You don't know that. You don't know that. I mean, everybody's not meant to find their soul, right? Everybody's not meant to get married, right? So maybe I'm not.
Took you outside. Leave me alone.
Life. Right? You never know.
Fair. Okay. Okay. That's outrageous.
The other day, and I was just letting people know, like, I'm not having a wedding. If you can get you a plane ticket to Bali, witness, a small union, okay. But
okay. Here's my question too. Okay, that's a good segue. Thank you for saying that. Because the question is, I heard a comment where dude said women want a wedding, they don't want a marriage. They want the show,
that's
but
true.
the day-to-day,
that's true.
They don't want the day-to-day. That's not fun. You think that's true?
Yeah.
Yeah. You go, ladies. Y'all foul.
You got people out here getting married because they love them, and that's it.
Because they love them, you said?
They love them.
That's it.
That's the dumbest reason to marry somebody on the face of the planet.
Exactly.
I love her. I'll be with her forever.
Yo, hear my thing about that, Mitch. I had this conversation with Bonnie Love, just so you know. But go ahead, Don. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Somebody tell me, somebody who just got married. Keep this in mind. And when I say just got married, I mean within the last 3 months.
Ooh.
Last 3 months, you also told me, I wish I could leave him.
When I tell you married women are the easiest women to have sex with, let me tell you, they're the absolute easiest. Let me tell you why. And I'm not trying to be a mean person by saying this.
I know you're a connoisseur of sorts.
I do. Single women are whatever. But the married ones, they got stuff to lose, and they. But what I'm saying is this: they're bored. So any sense of excitement, oh my God, we're not supposed to be whatever. like women all the time. I asked this girl the other day, how long have you been married? She was like, too long. And I started smiling. I was like, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. You know, been married too long,
Dang.
bro. And it's like it's not even. I think that because marriage isn't. It's not what it used to be. And the fact that Dom, like people are getting married because they love each other, and that's the only reason. Like that's it. There's no other else. Like love doesn't. Love changes over time. The same way you feel about someone today, in 15 to 20 years, you'll still love them, but it won't be the Mount St. Helens eruption of love you felt every day. Like
I
it doesn't
disagree,
subside, but it just
but I'll tell
changes.
you why in a minute.
Oh, that's because once again, I don't take any relationship you have advice you have from me. It's a grain of salt because I don't know if I like you tonight. I don't like anything you're doing right now. Now maybe because it's down back and I realize how much I don't like you. Just hearing you talk. You pissed me off with paying for child's care. I thought you were a sadist. That's why I called you a dummy then. I'll call you a dummy tomorrow. I'm gonna talk to you real bad when we get off this live tonight. But at the same time, no, the idea.
Look, man.
Go ahead. Can you piss me off?
Here's the thing. Here's why I disagree about if love changes over time and all of that stuff. Because here's what I realized about myself. This is what I was going to tell you that me and Bonnie Love was talking about the other day.
Well, you talking to Bonnie Love without me being present?
No. You was there in spirit.
Because I could have swore I told you to leave my woman alone. I could have swore I told you to leave her alone. That's great. We'll have that conversation another time as well.
Here's what it was, though, because I was saying that for me, if we don't got chemistry, we don't have nothing. We don't have nothing. You can be pretty all day. And, I like pretty girls just as much as the next person, but it really doesn't move me none as far as I don't feel obligated to say good morning to you or none of that stuff. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do small talk with you. I don't want to do none of that stuff. Like, we don't have chemistry, meaning chemistry is like, this feeling that I don't have to say good morning to you. We just got a vibe. You know what I mean? We got a vibe that just flows and it just is what it is. And that doesn't change over time. Chemistry is one of those things that you have it immediately the first day you meet somebody, or it's never coming. You don't build chemistry over time. It is either there or it ain't there. But once you have it, it doesn't change. They could gain weight, they could lose weight, they could they could be in a fire and their skin bubble up, and your chemistry is gonna stay the same because they're the same person. The chemistry don't have nothing to do with how they look. The chemistry has to do with how they are.
Okay.
And that does not change over time. So when you marry somebody because you love them, it's because you love the chemistry. You don't love the look. You don't even love the person in the sense of their day to day. You love the chemistry, and that chemistry does not change. But it's also not something you can build. What'd you say? Dom?
Go ahead, Dom. Cause
I think it's not enough. But
it is not. It is not. And that's something I learned in my very last relationship, and I'm over 40.
Quick question. Quick question. Are you trying to get sponsorship from Hallmark or some shit? Because I don't like anything you're saying tonight. Like, who are you trying to get sponsored by? This is the stuff that I've been talking to you about, and I've known you for about 20 years now, and I thought you were joking, but I'm gonna tell you, these last few months I keep talking to you, you really started to piss me off, and I don't even know how else to say it. But to be honest with you, listen to me. If you listen, I could marry whoever my prime example. Well, this is a bad example, but I'm gonna use it anyway. I just was dating a girl, like we've been on a couple. This is gonna use it anyway. I'm gonna use it anyway. I was just dating a girl. Like, this is how gorgeous she was. She was so gorgeous that we were at brunch the other day, and people were looking at her like she was doing me a favor. Like, that's how fine she was. Like,
what is she doing with him? Right?
No, it's crazy. It's crazy because it was like, when I say she was gorgeous, like, I was like, I can't even put it in words. Like, she was that. Like, it's so. And I'm mad about it now because I had to leave her. But at the same time, I'm like, this ain't gonna work. This is not gonna work for me for a lot of reasons. But I liked her. I liked her because she was rude and inconsiderate, but she was gorgeous. And I don't know why the rude stuff got to me. I'm like, yeah, you know how to talk to people. But I was into that because that's what I needed at the time. So I was like, yeah, like, I'm gonna talk. Like, I get to talk to her poorly and give it back because that's what we both needed. Her being gorgeous was just dope. So I understand what you're talking about, but I think that things evolve over time. You see what
I think that's the opposite of what I'm talking about. That's
Okay, sure.
definitely not what I'm talking about.
Well,
because
again,
her being gorgeous, here's my thing. If she's gorgeous, but she don't know how to talk to people, first of all, that's a super red flag.
Yeah. Yeah, like, but I was like, but she was the way she spoke to me when she first met me, I was like, do I fight her or what are the rules?
I don't know.
Do I have to fight her? Because who are you talking to? She was from New York. She was insane. I was like, all right. She was like Puerto Rican and Dominican and somehow Jamaican. I was like, and she was nice. She was, Jesus Christ, she was bad.
All the bad stuff.
I hope I never see her
call her
again.
Leo.
Yo, she was terrible. Like, when the first time I saw her, everyone was like, I don't talk to her. I'm like, I got to say something.
I got to talk to her.
Yeah.
She's a red flag. She's a walking red flag.
Bro, she is the bloodiest flag I've ever seen. Like, the worst. She's everything bad that I need in my life. Like, she's rather than that flag behind you. But I was like, yeah, maybe. Sure, why not?
But here's my thing about that, though, is that's the opposite of what I'm talking about because all she was looks. And that's not it. That's not it. That can change over time. So say, boom, you get with her, you marry her, she gains weight, a lot of weight. Now she don't look like she did. And so now she's just somebody that's evil, don't know how to talk to people, and she's fat.
But why would you, this is my other thing, why would you be with someone and then get fat? I don't understand how people do that. Why would you spend, like, I don't get that. I understand relationship weight or whatever y'all call that. It's fat. Like, you got your wife, you got your husband. Now you're a fatty, and everyone's cool with you. So dumb. That's so dumb.
It's called happy weight, man.
Oh my gosh. My point is,
time out.
So that's the thing for you.
Again. Say what you said again, Dom. Happy weight.
It's called happy weight. It means you make me so happy. I just want to eat all day.
Yeah, so cholesterol. Go ahead, Bryce. What dumb crap you finna say? Y'all both, I'm telling you. I may have to go on hiatus like Dom, because this is insane. And what else are you gonna say? What other happy weight and cholesterol and yes, man.
Yeah, this is bearing on my mental health.
Killing me right now.
I had a baby. That's why I was gone, Mitch.
You have what'd you say to me? What did you say?
I got another kid, man.
Did you borrow somebody's kid? What did you do?
Basically. Yeah.
I'll take it. All right. You don't gotta listen. No, when I'm rambling, I'm joking. Don't stop my shit with something serious. Don't ever do that again. What's wrong with you? Congratulations on being a mom again. You're the best part of it. But yeah, Bryce, you go back to talking your dumb stuff.
If you're basing it off of looks, because it sounds like what you said, you're basing it off of looks, right? So she was bad. Yeah, she talked to people bad. Yeah, she talked to you bad.
But she was
rude.
She
wasn't all that she could be, but she was super pretty.
But she was also celibate, and I'm not dealing with that either. So yeah. That's also.
I mean, she's abstinent on top of everything else, which is weird. But my point is, it's weird because it's like if you're gonna mistreat people, what's the abstinence for? Normally, abstinence is for God or something like that. But if you mistreat people, then how is it for God? I don't know. I don't understand that.
I said, why is you celibate? You was having that much sex?
Yo, that's what I be thinking. Dom, Bryce, I'm gonna come back to your dumb stuff in a second. But Dom just said something that hit the nail on the head. In most cases, this celibacy stuff comes after somebody's done a lot of trash-driven stuff. Like, they've done a lot of stuff like, I gotta chill out for a little bit. That's where it comes from. Celibacy just doesn't pop in your mind because you having sex every 3 or 4 months. Like, you know what? Maybe I need to calm down. No, you out there. Yeah, you out there getting ran or whatever. You run into a bunch of chicks or a bunch of dudes. You thinking maybe the odometer's getting kind of big on my stuff. I'm gonna slow it down. That's where that celibacy crap comes from. And then you run into someone like me that's like, hey, I want to be celibate. I'm gonna look at you. You know what? That's crazy. Here's your half of the check. I want you out of my sight.
Remember you had 2 old fashions.
Two old fashions, and apparently y'all still drinking Casamigos. You had one of them. That'll be $70. You take your no sexing ass over there. The only reason you're celibate, only reason you're celibate now is because something has happened. Bryce, when you were celibate, it's because you were like, I don't want to do this because my relationship, blah blah blah. When I was celibate, I was like, maybe I need to calm down. I had to calm down because I was being a whore, so I stopped. That's why I stopped. But now that I'm back out here in the streets, yeah, but that's why I stopped. Celibacy just doesn't, it's like you don't have an epiphany about celibacy. Either you're like that or you're not. I'm so sick of the bullshit. Man, I'm so tired. Thank you, Dom. Thank you, Dom.
I'm not saying he owns to something, but
oh, I'm on to something, all right.
I've been celibate, so
Yeah.
But it's not okay. We gotta use the right terms. It's not celibacy, it's abstinence. Abstinence. So celibacy is not doing anything ever again no more. Okay. Abstinence is not doing anything right now or before I get married. Okay. Yeah. So we're talking about abstinence, but at the same time, yes, abstinence does come. Like for me, when I did it, it was after a tumultuous time. I had a tumultuous time of my life because of, just doing what I wanted to do, and I decided that I need to stop doing that kind of thing because it's causing problems. Sometimes that is the case. So, in fairness, I was only dealing with one person, and I had been dealing with that same person for over 2 years. But I do believe that having, coitus with that person caused me some problems that I would not have had I not been having coitus with them. And so that's why I decided to be abstinent. But so I have to say his point is fair.
My point is valid.
But as I hate him, and I would like him to not breathe anymore.
All right, fellas. The next time you go out, you say, "Girls, like I'm abstinent." You be like, "Well, I appreciate your time this evening," and you get up, you walk away. Don't you waste your time because she's abstinent for a reason.
Yeah.
Think about that. Think about that.
That's fair. That's fair.
If y'all at Roof Chris or whatever Dom's favorite restaurant is, y'all at Roof Chris, and she getting everything a la carte. You think about that.
A la carte. One at a time, bucko.
Baby. And notice she says abstinent after she ate. You better listen. Go to the bathroom on her. What you gonna do? She abstinent after she get through eating. If she ain't abstinent before, that's what's crazy about it. Yeah.
Because I got to go to the bathroom. Excuse me.
This was fun.
Yes. What time is it? Are we done? Are we an hour?
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. Check it. We got to stop at an hour because, again, ain't none of y'all watching this show after an hour anyway. So we're going to stop here. We're not going to waste a bunch of topics that you're not going to watch anyway. Thank y'all for coming out. This was our first simulcast. Y'all got to get on the Facebook page, Dom Mitch.
So I was on there.
Did you join the live?
There was no option for me to. Oh, I didn't click on it.
I can do. So I need to have my phone and my iPad. Okay, I got you. I will get on that. Sorry about that.
So this was the first run. I will put this up as long as it's something worth putting up. What'd you say, Dom?
I can do it next time.
Okay. So next time we're going to simulcast on Facebook and Instagram, and then I'm going to post this show and every subsequent show on YouTube in its entirety so you all can see it. So even if you miss the live, you can see it on YouTube, but there's 2 different ways to watch it live now. So we're expanding. We're doing more things, and obviously there's going to be some reels that come out of there.
I'm about to go slam off on my Instagram page because I didn't got hot now. I'm about to go slam off on my Instagram page. Tell you what. Dom, it's great to have you back. Congratulations.
Thank you for coming back, Dom. Dom says Scout's honor, and by God, she kept her word. So good for her.
You know, I'm gonna tell you the truth. There was a couple women that was like, "Is Dom coming back?" I was like, "We haven't spoken to her, but I'm sure she will." Like, y'all want me to join the show? I'm like, first of all, no. Dom's coming back.
I don't like you, right?
I don't like you. So yeah, you did. And they was throwing shade. They were like, I can be in your. I can be on y'all little show. Little show.
Little show.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. It's a big show. It's a big deal around here.
It's a big show. People want to know what we talking about. So anyway,
right.
hey y'all, thank y'all for coming out and your comments and everything. Tony Baker was out here. We famous because Tony was here.
Tony Baker.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. Love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. We'll see you next time we put this up there.
Right.
We're gonna holler.
All right,
Peace.
Peace.
Go Noles.